Hey, horror heads, welcome back to the Big Go Belt channel. This is Zero G, hipping you to all the things that go bump in the nights. Today, I am having a chat with Ryan Simpkins, who plays Lee Miller in the upcoming horror The Exorcism. Ryan, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
So, real quick, I have to know this isn't your first rodeo in the genre. So, I would like to know what's your relationship with horror, and do you recall your reaction when you were presented with this project?
Yeah, I'm a big horror fan. Like as an audience member, I think it's a really exciting genre. It's great at representing the underrepresented. It's always tackling stories about people in the fringes of the norm and of society. And while the plot is about some one thing, the story is often about another. And so I think it's a really exciting genre. I think that's why I'm drawn to it, but I think it's also drawn to me for some reason. And when I got this script, before I read it, I was really hesitant. I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I've done a lot of horror. I don't know if I want to do another one. You hear Exorcist movie, you think one thing, but then I read it and I was so taken by it. I absolutely loved the character. There's such a great opportunity in the depth of the role and in the relationship with her father. And it's taking those tropes and those expectations and it's really subverting them. So I was really excited to get into it.
Awesome. Well, I would just like to say from the consuming end, we love you in horror. So we're happy to have you stay here. I don't know if that's what your plan is for the future, but you definitely have a home in this genre. We love seeing you on the screen.
Oh, thank you.
So, of course, your character, Lee, I'm hesitant to call a troubled teen. They seem like they have a very good idea of who they are as a person, but regardless, did you take any specific steps to prepare yourself to take on this character?
I mean, I found her really relatable, in that, she is outspoken. She's not afraid to speak her mind and be who she is, which I have always been that way for better or for worse. And she's like a young queer woman who finds herself on a film set. And those two things are unfortunately often at odds. And she is forging, a path for herself in this world, which is something I always had to do. And she's also a child who was put into a lot of adult situations because of the film world, because of the relationship or lack thereof with her father. And so it was really just diving into that. I watched The Exorcist. I had seen it, a billion times before this, but I watched it again and really paid attention to each different character and the role they served. Irma Vep was a big reference for us, so I got into that. And yeah, just like, journaling about this gay kid, really.
I love it. Um, Last thing, very quick, as also a fan of the genre, was there anything, any moment that happened on set that you were like, okay, this is pretty cool from a horror lover's standpoint?
I mean, there was one, so there's a moment, it's in the trailer, so I can sort of talk about it, where Russell's like, wigging out, being possessed, and he like grabs me and like throws me down, and I'm obviously terrified. I had to scream. And Josh and Mark were like, we want you to go Texas Chainsaw Final Girl. Like it has to be to the max. And so I just got to scream, just like scream and scream and scream, which was really exciting, trying to channel that legacy of these like great, characters in film. It was really cool.
I love to hear it. Well, thank you. That's all the time that I have today. Thank you again, Ryan, for taking the time to speak to me. Y'all at home can catch the new film, The Exorcism, in theaters nationwide on June 21st. And as always, I've been Zero Gravity. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.